You can make that fucking change. If you want to. It's just like Jesse said from Simple Pickup. If it is to be, it is up to me. But we see these videos. We see them and we're like, oh yeah, yes. And then you go and you jerk off again. What the fuck? You just relapsed. It happens to the best of us. But this ain't no ordinary relapse. This is you fucking up again after multiple fuck-ups and multiple fuck-ups, and now you're in this loop of fuck where you've been doing so goddamn well and you relapse. You're like, okay, that's cool. You reflected, you quote-unquote learned, then you fuck up again and you fuck up again, and you can't beat that old score of yours. You can't pass that streak, and you keep fucking up and fucking up and fucking up. I always like to say there's a lesson to be learned. Even with these relapses that you're having, there's a lesson to be learned. And it's kind of dumb. It's like, on one angle, you're taking yourself for granted. You aren't improving. You're constantly fucking up. You're fucking frustrated. You feel like, you know, is this really for me? Can I do this? And there's that part of your mind where it's like, yo, fuck all this, you know, let's just fucking fap. Let's just fucking relapse, you know. When you wake up that next day, it's so hard to get past that 1 day, 2 day, 3 day threshold and really build up that momentum again. So you're stuck. You're stuck, and the easiest thing to do is to keep fucking up and keep binging and keep relapsing and not improving. Regress. That's the easiest thing to do. But even with that said, even with your recent fuck-ups and your regression, there's something to learn here. What is there to learn? What is the lesson, you know? There's something I can learn. You know, you feel frustrated, you feel like you're not learning anything. And because of that, you feel even more frustrated. And so you keep fucking doing it. Keep relapsing, you falling back into that PMO habit. Here's the thing though, man. How badly do you fucking want this? That is what these relapses are showing you, is that you don't want this. You don't want this to the level that you should be wanting it. You're not thirsty enough. You aren't trying hard enough. The relapses are showing you that this isn't a fucking walk in a park. Those years of doing these things, years and years and years, that doesn't go away like that, you know? And so these relapses are a way for you to just sit down and fucking check yourself. Get fucking angry if you have to. It's not a good vibratory state, but fuck it, it's a good start. Get fucking angry. What the fuck am I doing? You have to sit your ass down and look at yourself. Change your goddamn game plan. Clearly, something isn't working. That is the lesson. Something isn't working. We have fallen off the wagon. I am fallen off the high horse, and I can't get myself back on it. Change your fucking game plan. Change your attitude. Change the way you've been looking at this. This comes back to reflection. It's a normal part of the journey, you know. This is just part of the path of self-discovery and learning more about yourself, because even through this, you will learn more about yourself. You will become tougher. But you have to want to become tougher. It doesn't just happen. It's a decision. And you might be thinking like, you know, it's only you, you know, fuck, it's only me, poor you. Poor you. It's naive to think that. And ignorant. Arrogant. Selfish. Because there's always going to be someone who had it much worse. If we want to quantify and theorize, but even realistically, I've browsed through Reddit for hours, you know, talking to people. I've seen some disturbing shit. And even myself, I've been through some disturbing shit. Don't think it's just you, that you're just this fuck up. That's only true if you want it to be true. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You can make that fucking change if you want to. It's just like Jesse said from Simple Pickup. If it is to be, it is up to me. But we see these videos, we see them and we're like, oh yeah, yes. And then you go and you jerk off again. What the fuck? How many times are you gonna put yourself through it till you get it? I don't know. You can keep going and going and going, and that's something that I definitely did. I definitely did that shit. I had to learn it the hard way. This is kind of like me talking to my older self. How much longer do you want to keep fucking yourself over? You know, the biggest mistake we can make is starting this journey and then just fucking turning back and saying, ah, fuck it. And then you just keep falling back into past habits. If you're gonna go down this path, go all the way. What would my greatest version do? What would my future self, who is PMO free, living an abundant life, very happy, joyful, happy to just be, and can coexist with whatever the fuck is going on in this world, what would he be wanting of me right now? What would he be saying? I mean, he'd be rooting your ass on, man. He'd be saying, go get him. Fight it through. Because that's the only way you're gonna meet that future version of yourself. I mean, I used to have dreams and visions of like being who I am now and be like, man, what would he think of me right now in the past? Here I am. And it's fucking insane. It's insane. And it's something you guys can experience too. You can. You can do this. You can do this. You just have to want it hard enough and know that it's possible.